Want to make sourdough cinnamon rolls, but they never turn out? Well, me too. And I am happy to report that I finally got a cinnamon roll that is soft and reminiscent of that nostalgia. So I usually do not have the patience to let these rise, and that's probably part of the problem, but let's get started on how I made it. Let's start with 4 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of butter. I did not soften this. And then mix those together. I did add 1 cup of milk. I did not warm it. 1 cup of sourdough starter as well, and just mix those all together. And then I added the eggs at the very end. Knead that until it forms a ball. It's nice and smooth. And then I did my first rise at room temperature for about 4 hours. Now, I don't know if it was the temperature of the house, but it actually was fine at that point. This dough was like so soft. It was amazing. I took a half a cup of butter, softened that, add in 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So I had originally added 1.25 cups, and I don't think actually it wasn't packed. So 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and then I added cloves and nutmeg too, but those are optional. You do not have to add them. They definitely give that more like gingerbread taste over cinnamon rolls. So if you like that, then you could go ahead and add those, but it's completely optional. And then mix that until you get some sort of like thin filling consistency, and then put that onto the dough. And then for cutting these, I would recommend using a pizza cutter and cutting thin strips like 1 inch apart. Honestly, I thought I was doing them even, but as you can see, I was not. And that's okay. It still worked out. And then roll those into little pinwheels. I just found this like so satisfying. I love how it gets that pinwheel shape. And my counter was like perfectly clean almost after it was done, which was also awesome. Then I let those rise at room temperature for another about 4.5 hours, and they were soft and puffy. And then I baked those at 350 for 35 minutes. And then I ended up making a little icing with 1 cup of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a tablespoon of milk, and just mixing that and getting that like thick icing. And then I put those on top of the cinnamon rolls, and I'm so glad that I found a recipe that works.